In this video, we'll be drawing the angle step bracket. To begin, we're going to start with our construction lines. Make sure you're on the construction line layer. Go to Draw, choose the construction line command. We're going to create a horizontal one first. So you choose horizontal at the bottom. This horizontal construction line will be found at 0, 0, the origin. Using your wheel feature, you can zoom out to make sure you can see your construction line. I'm going to press enter to end the command and return back to our construction line command. Do the vertical style. The vertical style will be located at 0, 0 as well. I'll press enter to end the command. Next, to prepare this front view, I will do a series of offsets. So I'll go to offset here, and the distances that I'll be applying are all the known widths that are located in this image. So the first width that I see is the total distance at 3.25. So I type that in. I click the line. I click to the right, and that gives me my total distance. I'm going to press enter to end the command. My next distance that I have is 0.75 for this first step. Going back to the offset, 0.75, I press enter. Click this line and click to the right. My next width that I have is 1 unit right here. Okay, going back to my offset command, type in 1, press enter, click this line and click to the left. Going back to my offset command, I have one more width, which is a distance of 1.75. So I type that in and press enter. I click this line and click to the left. So that concludes all my width measurements. My front view has a few height measurements that I need to apply. So going back to my offset command, I'm going to plug in the total height, which is 100, 1.75. 1.75. Type it in, press enter. This time I'm going to click the horizontal line and click in the upwards direction. So therefore my front view should be pretty much within this section here. My next height is the 0.75 right here on the edge. So back to my offset command, type in 0.75, press enter, click the bottom line and click upward. My next measurement that recognizes height is right here, 0.50. It's coming off the top line. So I'll go to my offset, type in 0.50, click the top line and go in a downwards direction. This concludes all the construction lines for the front view. At this time I'm going to switch it over to my object line. I'm going to make sure I have my line weight button on down here and begin tracing my construction lines. Starting at the origin, I'm going to go in the upwards direction, click, go to the next intersection, click, come on down to the next intersection, back over to the right, down again, all the way to the very end, come down, and then I'm going to type the letter C to close my shape. One more line is required right here on this construction line. And I'll press enter to end the command, and this concludes pretty much our front view. Notice again the dark shaded area for the step area, and then the single square that's found here. To begin our right side view, I want to offset this line a distance of 2 units. So I'm going to type in 2 and press enter, click this line and click over to the right. This will begin our right side view. Now to get the right side view, I need to do a couple of offsets for the depths that are identified in the picture. The first depth is the overall distance, which is 2.25. So go into my offset command, 2.25, press enter. I'll click the vertical line and I'll come over to the right, and that should identify my depth. My next measurement for depth is right here, is 1 unit for the cutout. So back to my offset command, 1, press enter, and I'm going to use this line and click over to the right. This concludes pretty much all the construction lines that's required for our right side view. By it being on object line already, I can go to my line command and begin tracing my construction lines. The overall shape is a box. I'll press C to close. I'm going to use my line command again and go across for my first step. Go back to the line command again, go across. Remember, you have to press enter to end the line command. Finally, to separate the two boxes here, I have to trace my construction line that's found here to this location, press enter. And this concludes pretty much our right side view. To prepare our top view, we need to create the miter line. So changing my layer back to construction, I want to go to my construction line command. This time I'm going to use the angle option, and my angle is 45 degrees. I'm going to take this line and connect it to this intersection. The furthermost right top corner is where it needs to be located. I'll press enter to end the command. Going back to the construction line, I'm going to click it again. This time choosing the horizontal style. Following the miter line, at the first intersection, I'm going to click my horizontal line. At the second one, and finally the third one, I'll press enter to end the command. And so pretty much my top view will be found here. Switching back to object line, I go to my line command and begin tracing my shape. Starting at this corner, going in a downwards direction, I'm going to go over to this particular point. The reason why is because this is where that line is located to separate the box that is offset from that surface. So at this time, I can go in an upwards direction to identify that cutout, and then continue around the rest of the shape. Once I get to the end, I'm going to type the letter C and press enter, and that concludes the line command right there. I have to still identify my steps, so I'll go to my line command and do a line here, press enter. A second line will be here and down, press enter. That concludes my top view image, and this video is over.